I think what Raph is getting to is that
You're saying I'm long-winded and that's what I want.
that's like what I wanted Raph to get to. I think that actually horror is one of the better ones as far as getting the mass audience into it. I mean, and something like Walking Dead is fantastic for that aspect. I think somebody that watches that TV show and goes reads the comic, I mean, they're going to be satisfied, I think, with the comic. You know, and we have other hits like Watchmen. You know, History of Violence, you know, it has a drama. And so you have these, and it just has to get people to accept the idea of comics as a viable medium. And actually, I think horror sort of has that closest realm. Now, I did a Renfield graphic novel, and that's used in college universities in the literature class. And I do, at the end of the semester, I do a chat room with them. And none of the students have any problem whatsoever that was a comic. You know, it's sort of just present, okay, here's the story, and they just accept it. And I think that's the biggest part, just getting it accepted without thinking comics, and that's where the superhero aspect comes in, because most people think of comics synonymous with the superheroes. And you know, say, I don't want to watch, you know, I don't want to read something. And when they think of superheroes, they think of superheroes from 20 years ago for the most part.
So do you get more acceptance when it's in graphic novel form?
Oh, definitely,
for
definitely.
Sure?
Graphic,
It's a book.
Yeah, right.
It's a book.
You know, it's you know, things like Walking Dead, the TV show, and TV shows like, you know, that are coming out, the True Blood and things like that, do expand the, you know, they expand the market, and people say, well, I like this, maybe I can, you know, then maybe, you know, get them into a comic shop to pick up, say, the True Blood comic book series, and they see another book sitting next to it, well, I might try that as well. But I think, you know, to the point, comics as a whole need to be taken a little more seriously in general. The Horror Writers Association, which I was a member of for many years, they do the Bram Stoker Awards. And they do not recognize comic, or have not, they tell me they're going to start recognizing it starting this year. They don't recognize comics as a category of the awards. They just don't. And I asked them a few years back, I said, so why is there no category for graphic novels and comic books? And they told me point blank, well, we just don't think there's enough good things to even warrant a category.
I would have choked them.
Yeah, well, it was pretty, you know, it's kind of, it was just stupid. I mean,
Yeah, if you're outside the comics world, I mean, comics are very much looked down upon. And to be honest, you know, when I talk to people, you know, I say I write graphic novels. Oh, you write comics? No, graphic novels. I mean, because there's a huge difference out there in the world. And you know, it's kind of funny, because when you say you write comics, and that goes off, Superman? Batman? You know, and they say, well, no, I don't do superheroes. And like Raph, I have no facility for that. I wrote one superhero comic, and by the fifth issue, I killed it. And so I said, all right, that's it. And there's very negative impact. So when I started teaching, you know, it made my life so much easier. So what do? I said I teach. I don't mention comics at all because I don't have to explain anything.
Again, you know, and you know, be loud and be proud. You know, again, you know, just get it out there and promote what you like. Don't talk about the stuff that's crap.
I was just going to say, whether it's horror, superheroes, it's comics, why is The Dark Knight the biggest freaking movie of the year? And then how many people do you talk to? Go, well, have you read the comics? I would go read the comics.
Exactly.
Well, watch Dark Knight.
Right.
Well, get your ass out there, go to the comic book shop, go to horror
No,
books, you know, go to these places.
They view that, they took that comic and they upgraded it.
Right.
That's how they view it.
And it's our job to advocate the best stuff. The other thing that just pisses me off, can you believe that things make me mad? People go online and talk about the stuff that sucks. Stop it. If it's not good, don't talk about it. It will fade away. Quit wasting your time, your energy in the advertising space. Talk about what's good. Advocate what's good. Quit talking about crap. No one's impressed. You know, talk about, when people like Dark Knight, like the movie,
Sure.
I'll be honest, I don't read Batman comics right now, but I say, but here's some old good Batman comics that I like. Here's Dark Knight Returns, which was pretty cool. You know, here's some other stuff, but we just need to advocate.
It's like between me and
for
you saying that. It's right now, it's like Rob says, spread the word, talk to everyone. If you're going to read something by Batman, read something I guess from a year or two ago by Paul Dini. He did some great work on detective comics.
Right,
Nice
right.
superhero book. You know, it's very one-shot stories, one after the next. And it's good stuff. Like,
Right? I
you know,
give people Batman black and white all the time. Like, it doesn't have color. I'm like, read it. I know.
spread the word. Thanks.
Be loud and proud.
So yeah, well, we're wrapping up here.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go right ahead.
I
want to thank you guys for, being the expressive and the creative people that you are. But first of all, to the man in black, thank you for taking up for the Twilight series, because I worked in a school and I had a student where in an English class, she was like, had her notebook, but besides she had like a sketch pad.
Right.
And every day she was sketching. When I came around the room, I was walking around, and she kind of got like, no, as long as you're doing your work, continue to sketch. And she had all these different characters, vampire characters, like from babies to, adults, and, she was just expanding on it. And because of the Twilight series, she started from that, and I met her in her sophomore year. Now she's a senior, and I really believe that she belongs in, like a place called Marvel, or any other industry that will promote her more. Like, do you guys have websites that, like, or if you can chime in real quick?
Yeah, can we wrap up by plugging ourselves?
Plug your websites and,
Yes.
plug your websites and your table numbers.
Thank you.
Everybody get ready to take notes.
I'll start.
Again, my name's Dirk Manning, the man in black. I'll take that like Johnny Cash. That's great. Dirk Manning. I write a book for Image Comics Shadowline called Nightmare World. The first 2 trade paperbacks are out. The third one's coming out this Halloween. We just announced it this weekend. It's a horror anthology series. I would direct you to table E3 to buy it, but I completely sold out this weekend. So those of you that did come by, thank you. You can get it at Amazon, the comic book stores. There's 2 graphic novels, which makes us legitimate. And people can find me online at facebook.com/Dirk Manning. I have a lot of other projects going on. Facebook is the place to find me. Just go to facebook.com/Dirk Manning. Make a note you're in the horror panel. I'll be here till 3 o'clock at table E3.
And my name is Cullen Bunn. My website is cullenbunn.com, CULLENBUNN.com. It has links to all my social media, my time wasters. I write, a book, a comic called The Damned, and I write The Sixth Gun. And to your point, I think it's real important to start getting young audiences involved in these things, as much as we can. The Sixth Gun, while we say it's a horror book, we say if you let your kid watch Indiana Jones, then this book's never going to have anything beyond that in it. It's going to be a book that kids can, that young audiences can read. And it just was nominated by YALSA, the Young Adult Library Association. It's one of the greatest, the best books of 2011 for teenage readers. And I also have, in June, I believe, a prose horror novel called Crooked Hills that's for middle readers. And it is a horror novel, I wrote it for middle readers. That'll be coming out of June from Evil Eye Books.
My name's Ralph Nieves. I write horror. I'm at table C12 in Artist Alley. If you're interested, come on by. I'll leave the rest of my information there.
Gary Reed, I've written about 30 graphic novels, some novels, young adult novels. I've written illustrated adaptations for Penguin Books in horror, Dracula and Frankenstein. I'm not officially here, so
You didn't see this, man.
and my website is Gary Reed, GaryReed.net, and everything's there.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey, just say one more thing. You, dear lady, are my hero for letting that young lady
Yes.
sketch while she was